I want you to think about your favorite picture books from when you were a kid. I'm gonna loop this back into anime in just a second, bear with me. Now for sure, there's some classics on your list, Cat in the Hat, Very Hungry Caterpillar, but I'm willing to bet that there's at least one book on that list, and probably several, that no one else has ever heard of. One of my favorites was Mimi's Scary Theater, and I'm pretty confident this is the first time that you've ever heard of Mimi's Scary Theater. Know why that is? It's because a lot of children's books are mass-produced crap. They spend 19 and a half minutes writing it, twice that long illustrating it, and then it's published by next Tuesday. But you didn't care about that at all when you were a kid. It didn't matter to you if it was Dr. Seuss or some no-name author. You didn't really care about the message. You just looked at it and thought something like, oh rad, this has a cool dinosaur on it, and that was good enough for you. And you're gonna remember that obscure picture book until the day you die, despite the fact that it's completely mediocre and no one else will ever know about it. So what does this have to do with anime? Well, much like children's books, some anime is also mass-produced crap. One of the biggest shocks upon entering the world of anime is the big realization that, wait, there are like 20 new shows every season, and they aren't just continuations of the same things that were airing last year? They're actually new, which, let's be honest, is pretty damn cool. But that also means that there's a lot of anime out there that's about the equivalent of shovelware. It's completely okay, but it's doomed to be forgotten by the end of the season and slapped with the dreaded 6.5 on Myanimelist. These shows don't necessarily do anything particularly new, they're definitely not masterpieces of their genre. Hell, they're probably just tools to increase light novel sales, which is a bad thing, isn't it? Frequently when one of these shows is airing, I hear a lot of people say they feel like they're wasting their time with it, even if they're really enjoying it. And I get that because there are so many amazing, classic, highly regarded anime out there that you could be watching instead. But one thing that's been hard for me and other people I know to get our heads around is that there is no obligation to spend our time watching these shows that are objectively good. I've found that much like I'm always going to remember those crappy children's books that I liked when I was a kid from no-name authors, some of the anime that have stuck with me the longest and that I have the best memories of watching are anime that, even to me, were completely average. For example, I've been having a ton of fun with Uzaki-chan wa Asobitai this season. So I was initially a little surprised when I heard the members of a certain large Anituber podcast say that they found it boring. But looking at the show again, it really does have all of the hallmarks of these mass-produced shovelware anime. It really feels like a giant advertisement just saying go buy the manga. And if Uzaki wasn't so memeable, I don't think this show would have gotten very much traction at all. Did this realization change the fact that I'm enjoying the show? No, it honestly didn't. Much like Mimi's Scary Theater, even though there isn't anything very special about it, it's still imprinted on me in a way that I enjoy, and I'm gonna remember it after it's over. Because what works for one person doesn't work for another, and that's completely okay. If watching the mass-produced isekais that air every season is really what brings you enjoyment, then there's no obligation to only focus on the ones that can be talked about within the higher discourse of anime. Because let's be honest, there's only like one or two of those. Anything from I like this character to I like this art style to dude, I have no idea, are all completely valid reasons to watch an anime. I think we've all had that moment where we see like a picture or a gif of a show and we're just super intrigued, so we go ahead and hop over to Myanimelist and look up the synopsis. The plot seems really interesting, you like the character design, and oh, it has a 6.3. So we close the page and never think about it again. What about all that excitement you had before? Are you really gonna let a number posted on a screen tell you how to feel about something that you were interested in even though you haven't given it a chance yet? Hell, a lot of times even a low 7 can be a death sentence for a show. I'm guilty too, I do this all the time. But then I think about all the shows that I watched while they were airing, not looking at the score. Or shows that I watched before I knew Myanimelist was a thing. Shows that I found real entertainment in watching only to find out later that they were stuck in the category of 6 to 7 hell. And I still have fond memories of these shows. I think that many times anime doesn't get quite enough credit for the sheer volume of just amazing works within the medium. There are anime that have touched my heart, changed my perspectives, made me laugh until I cried, or just flat out made me cry. And you know what? Almost none of these masterful series are ones that I would watch for fun in my downtime. There's always a place for the Ghost in the Shell, the Maiden Abyss, the Code Geass. But much like you can turn on YouTube and scroll for hours just because you want some cheap, low engagement entertainment, there is a place for cheap, low engagement anime. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord is trash, but damn if I didn't get excited every time overpowered Isekai McGee did something badass. Aho Girl is a whole anime about repeating the same 2 or 3 jokes like 100 times, and I still laughed every time they made those jokes. A Sister's All You Need felt like glorified product placement for board games half the time, but I still think it had this uniquely chill vibe that very few anime have tapped into. So even though these anime aren't great, they're still fine. And sometimes, that's good enough. So next time you see a picture of a cute anime girl and you look up the series only to find that it's sitting at a high 6, just add it to your plan to watch list anyways. That anime girl is still gonna be cute regardless of how high or low the number next to her series name is, so just turn it on in your downtime. It probably won't be a masterpiece, but even popcorn entertainment and low-key laughs can still be worth your time. Let us know what your favorite mediocre anime is down in the comments, and you'll probably see that you're not the only one who really enjoys shows that are just average. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see every time I do a new upload. And check the link down in the description for access to the Silverware drawer, the official 14Spoons Discord channel, so you can hop in on the discussions. Until next time, I've been Spoons, and thank you guys for watching.